Good morning everyone, happy Easter Monday. I do hope you've had a fabulous, if not rather extraordinary Easter and enjoyed lots of lovely time with your family, eating numerous chocolate eggs, I would imagine. Some might think it's a little bit too early to be cradling a bottle of gin. I say it's never too early, especially on lockdown. So this morning I thought we'd do a little bit of a treat. Give you something to look forward to, hopefully that's something we can all enjoy when we're out and about socialising with our friends again. So we're going to make a rhubarb and ginger gin. Our rhubarb has gone pretty ballistic in the vegetable garden, so we are thinking of numerous different recipes and things to do with rhubarb. And rhubarb and ginger gin is fabulous. Now you can, if you're more of a vodka drinker, you can make this with vodka or any other alcohol really. Now, and there's two different types of rhubarb and ginger gin I'm going to talk about. One is more of a liquor, so it's a kind of more of a thick, syrupy kind of drink, and one is more of an infused gin. So the rhubarb and ginger gin, which is more like a liquor, is one that you would leave to do its thing for 2 to 3 months. In fact, it's great if you leave it for longer. People do this recipe with things like sloes, make fabulous sloe gin in the autumn, make it in October and it's ready for Christmas. So this has a lot more sugar in it, and both recipes are going to be on our Facebook page. So the recipe for the rhubarb and ginger gin liquor is, if you want to call it a liquor, is basically an old family recipe. I'm letting you into the secret. My dad always used to do a third, and a third. So it's a third of gin, a third of fruit, in this case rhubarb, and a third of sugar. Okay, so you want to put your gin or vodka or whatever you're using in first, and you can use this as a guide. So you would kind of go, well, that's a third, and that's a third. So you'd fill up the third with your gin, and then you would put another third of your rhubarb, and then top it up with a third of sugar. If you don't want it so sweet, you can slightly reduce the sugar. You know, it's your drink, you make it how you like it. We tend to reduce the sugar slightly, put a bit more gin in. Then this is going to sit in a cool, dark cupboard for a few months. You're going to just turn it every 2 or 3 days until the sugar has all dissolved, okay? And then you're just going to leave it to do its thing. And then in 2 to 3 months' time, it'll be ready for you to enjoy. And this is great either on its own or with a bit of ice, or if you make things like sloe gin or blackberry and brandy, blackberry brandy, damson vodka. I mean, there's so many different things you can do. It's great as well, just put a little smidge in the bottom of a glass with some Prosecco. Fabulous summertime drink. So that's going to take a bit longer to be ready. Like I say, 2 to 3 months. Let's really hope that we're not in this lockdown situation for another 2 to 3 months. So we need something a little bit faster. So this is the infused gin, which I'm going to show you today as well. So in my kiln jar here, I have got 300 grams of rhubarb, which I've just cut up into sections, and I have put in that last night 40 grams of sugar. Now the reason why you do that is the sugar, I just gave it a shake a couple of times last night, and the sugar has drawn out the juice of the rhubarb. So you want to give it sort of 24 hours for the rhubarb to draw the juice out of. You really want to choose rhubarb which is lovely and pink. So you choose a nice pink stem of rhubarb. Now into this, you're going to add 500 ml of gin. Now I am just using a cheap Aldi gin. You can use Gordon's or any particular gin that you love, Bombay, Sapphire, Hendrix, whatever. However, I truly believe if you're going to infuse your gin and add flavours to it, you wouldn't want to use up your best brand gin on that. So I would say a good, and this gin is great, I rate this gin. So into this you're going to add 500 millilitres of gin. It does seem far too early in the morning to be doing this, but there we go. Okay, so that's 500 millilitres of gin. Normally, do you know what, I wouldn't leave that little bit left in the bottle, and I would just go for it and use it all up. Now, that is going to sit on your shelf in the larder for a week, and then you're going to add some ginger. You want a good sort of thumb-sized nobble of root ginger. You'll peel it and you'll just slice it, and then you're going to add that into the gin and rhubarb. You know, give it a good stir around and let that ginger start to infuse into the flavour with the rhubarb. Give it another sort of week, 10 days, and then, you know, guys, you might have to test it and just see how those flavours are developing. It's only got a little bit of sugar in, so it's not massively sweet, and actually the sugar really does, because rhubarb's quite tart, the sugar does help to take the tartness away from the rhubarb. So this is great, used as a normal gin. So you'd have this with a lovely tonic water and ice. You could just slice a few pieces of rhubarb into the glass and a bit of crystallised ginger, which would look lovely, and enjoy that as a summer drink. This is going to be ready in 2 to 3 weeks, 2 weeks at a push. And you want to leave your ginger in. This is when it's your gin. So you know how strong you want the flavours. So to have a little taste, and if there's enough of the flavour of ginger in there, then take the ginger out. And then it's ready to rock and roll, ready to enjoy, hopefully with all your friends. There's lots of different recipes you can do like this. More of an infused gin or vodka or any other alcohol. You could do rosemary and lemon, you could do kaffir lime leaves, mint. I mean, there's so many things that you can infuse your gin with. So just have a play around. You don't have to obviously use the whole bottle with one container. You could do small little jam jars of different tipples and really have a play. I mean, we have got time to play at the moment. So see what flavours you like and see what flavours you fancy giving a go and see what you come up with. Any great ideas, please post on our Facebook page. And we really look forward to tasting this in a few weeks' time and hopefully when we can be together again. Okay, thanks guys, have a fantastic Easter Monday. We're back on Wednesday. Not entirely sure what we're doing yet, but we will put it up on our Facebook page. Okay, see ya!